What's up, world? It's your man King. Check this video out. I want my higher ups to know, my city officials to know, my righteous cops to know, um, righteous FBI. There's some real shady shit going on right now, dog. Shady to the max. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I mean, this fraud goes so fucking deep down the rabbit hole. I told you when I first got out of the mental hospital. You have no idea what you're entering. You have no idea what you're walking into. These Epstein files. Man, I'm the key to everything in this world, bro. Everything. I make Elon look like a peon. I make the Rothschilds look like broke childs, bro. I'm so goddamn wealthy. You think I'm lying, bro? The world thinks I'm lying? Okay. Okay. You think I'm just saying it because I want to look cool, be cool, act cool, cloud like them, cap like them? No. You think they went so hard on my ass because why? They all living off me. Living off my stolen ID, my identity, my fucking royal inheritance, bro. And I'm talking about cash, bro. I'm talking about mad cash, bro. These people get paid thousands a month, bro. Some of them millions, some of them even billions. I got billionaires living off me, trillionaires living off me, millionaires, thousandaires, fucking 100,000 thousandaires, thousand. I'm talking about, you know what I'm trying to say. So look, I'm here laying down, bro. Check this out. And I'm getting downloads, bro. Every time I take a nap, I be taking 10-minute naps and it's felt like I slept 10 hours. Like I had all these downloads in 10 minutes. And it felt like I had a 10-hour nap to get all these downloads. Nigga, I just slept 10 minutes, bro. And I woke up and I'm recharged. You know, not completely, but I'm recharged. And I'm going to tell you what I saw, higher ups. Because the mailman ain't going to serve me. The court, motherfucking, the judges in on it. All the judges, all the lawyers, all the prosecutors know what the fuck's going on. Maybe a few of you cops are doing the right thing. Maybe. I mean, y'all, it took you goddamn this long. I mean, if you're in my shoes, you wouldn't even trust your goddamn, you'd be like, nah, I don't trust you cops. I don't trust nobody, to be honest. I don't trust nobody. You know how easy it is to buy off people? You know what I'm saying? You know how easy it is to buy off people? You know how easy it is, you know, for people not to have integrity nowadays? How easy it is to combine forces with the demonic people because they're scared? You know, they say they're Catholic Christians or Christian Catholics or Christians and they believe in God, but as soon as someone throws 10 grand at them, they're willing to write some false shit on a fucking piece of paper, which completely projects a different path for the righteous person like me. Causes illusions, more time, buys more time for them, you know what I'm saying? And then you wonder why you lose your job, and you wonder why you're being gang stalked by the righteous people that I have underneath my wing. Then you wonder why all this bad shit's happening. Because you're stupid, bro. You take my money. If you take my fucking money, bro, without me giving it to you or you working for it, or without me blessing you with it because you did something good by me, or for the world, or for somebody I love or care about, and you just take it and steal it from me, and you do a crime against me to do it. Even on top of that, bro, you're cursed, dog. That money's cursed. That money cursed you. You took cursed money, dog. That money's cursed. You don't even know what I mean by cursed, dog. That money's cursed and you're cursed. That means you're either gonna die or die in prison. And you're definitely gonna lose your job and go to prison. Depending on how big you attacked me, you might die in prison, bro. All because you don't know how to act. All because you don't have integrity. This is how fucking sick it is, bro. I'm sick of this shit. But oh well, I'm built for it. I'm built for it. So I'm here laying down, right? And I'm gonna tell you everything I saw, dog. I was in court. I don't know. I can't remember how each one started, but I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I went to court, and I was in court, and I saw two girls in front of me. One of them looked like a dyke. The other one looked kind of like a girly dyke. A May kind of chick, black hair. The one on my left looked like a dyke, but they were cool with me. They didn't act like demons towards me. You know what I'm saying? And I saw this lady that was running the court. I don't know if she was a judge, but she looked more like a clerk, county clerk, like a county clerk. A county clerk. There you go. And so, she was like a chubby lady, Mexicana chubby lady, short, thick chick that was running the courtroom, but she wasn't a judge. And I must have showed up late because I was the last one there. And the girl on the left side of me, she was a dyke. She says, I noticed she inherited a home. She says, yeah, I inherited a house. And I said, wow, that's good. That's good. You know, I was happy for her. And and the other girl on the right side of me said, yeah. I said, what about you? What did you inherit? She says, I got 2 homes. I inherited 2 homes. And I said, that's even better. Oh, that's wild. You got 2 homes. And I rolled my eyes in my head. Like in my head, though, I was all, fuck, I'm over here coming to courts and inherit 1 ghetto ass house, or maybe 2 if I'm lucky, right? You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm greedy, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not greedy. I'll be happy with whatever at this moment, but I was like, after all this shit, Lord, I'm gonna show up and get 1 house, 2 houses, and watch it not even be like, you know what I'm saying? Something I really don't even want to live in. Something I gotta fix up or rent or just tear down, rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. You know how much I inherited? 50 homes. Whoa. I asked the girl on the left side of me. I said, what about me? I said, I showed up late, but I know she called my name. She was like, yeah, they called your name. And I said, but what about me? What did she say? She said, I couldn't hear her, but I think she said, like, read my lips. This is what I saw. And I was reading her lips, and I said, 50 homes? And she goes, and I don't know if it was 150, 250, 1,050 homes, but I want to say it was 50 homes. And I asked the girl on the right side of me, and I said, for real, I inherited 50 homes? And she was like, and then the lady that ran the court, she comes up. She hands this girl on the left side of me, the dyke, a folder with some keys, so the keys to the house. Must have been like 4 or 5 keys on it. 4 for sure. The girl on the right, she gets 2 sets of keys, and they must have had like four keys on each set too. And she had a folder, like, you know, the documents of the house, you know, the deed, that she's on the deed of the house, you know what I'm saying, the owner of the houses. Both of these girls had that. Well, the lady finally comes up to me, and I'm the last one sitting there, and she has a folder with paper, right? And she pulls out a piece of paper out of the folder, and she puts it on top of the folder, and she grabs her pen, and she's reading it. She put in the pen, you know, reading everything on the paper. And she says, I told her, look, before you start, I already been notified that I said, is this correct? I inherited 50 homes, correct? And she was like this. Yes. And she didn't say it, but she nodded her head yes. And I told her, I said, before we start, I'm gonna need an escort. I'm gonna need officers, because these people are still living in my goddamn homes. You know what I'm saying? And she was like this, yeah. They are. And I got on the phone. I called one of these people in my homes, right? I looked up the number and to the people that were living in my homes. And I called and the family answered. I said, you know what? This is King Richard Guerra, the owner of this goddamn house. And they panicked, bro. They're like, oh, yes? And I was like, y'all need to get the fuck out because me and the officers are coming over there right now. Oh, okay, well, damn, man. They got mad, right? They got mad at me. No, they said, damn. Well, we were ready. I know we're supposed to be out last week, but... And I was like, how come you weren't out then? How come you're still milking me? Oh, because we still haven't figured out. No, I don't want to hear it. I said, I don't want to hear it. I said, you know what? She says, we're packing up the car right now. Can you give us an hour to come back and get the rest? And I was like, you think I'm going to give you an hour after you stole my identity, living off my motherfucking ancestors' wealth, my money, my inheritance, getting royalty checks sent to your goddamn mail, so you could work, so you don't even have to work. You gang stalk me. You pray to your fucking candles to wish I was dead, so you can continue to live off my goddamn wealth. And I'm going hard on her, bro. I'm giving her the whole, and the county clerk was like, and she was sitting around in front of me like, God damn, this motherfucker got balls. Like, this motherfucker's ruthless. He don't give a fuck. He's gonna take these motherfuckers out that goddamn house. Anyway, right? And I said, you know what? I got kids, and I'm suffering. I'm being human trafficked. I'm on the goddamn Epstein files. And you're living off. You're making babies in this goddamn house. You're feeding your children, and I haven't even fed mine. I haven't even received a fucking payment from you. And you want to live in my goddamn house? Celebrate birthdays, and I've never celebrated a good birthday in my whole goddamn life. A good Christmas, a good holiday, and you're making good holidays and moments and Christmases with your baby making fucking factory in my goddamn house? Feeding your roach ass kids? Nah, bitch. I'm going over there in 5 minutes to change those goddamn locks, and everything in that house is mine. Because everything you own in that everything you fucking bought that's in that house is off my goddamn money. And the officer was looking at me. He was in the courthouse like, I'll take him. And the county clerk was like, okay, good. Because, yeah, he's on top of his shit. Obviously, he knows how to kick niggas out of this goddamn house. And I was looking at the officer, let's go, dog. I said, I need to go buy some locks right now. I'll get there. I'll hold the fort. I'll give you money to go to Home Depot real quick, and I'll pay you extra money, $1,000 for helping me do a couple of licks on these houses. And go buy a bunch of fucking locks for doors, bro, to change these locks and doors, you know what I'm saying? So they don't fucking come back. And I said, and I'll give you some TVs out of it, so whatever, bro, just help me, bro. I need to kick these motherfuckers out. Because I got tons of motherfucking angels that I would love to fucking put them in these houses and help me run them. You know what I'm saying? So they won't be empty, vacant homes. You know what I'm saying? They'll actually have purpose. I'm actually doing God's, I'm doing my purpose in life. I'm doing what I said I would do. I'm doing what I was meant to do. I'm doing what my heart wants to do, what my heart desires to do. If I don't want this house, I'll just take what I want and put somebody else that I want in there. You know what I'm saying? And I was about to leave the courtroom, and then my vision, the prophecy went to another thing, right? God's showing me what's going on behind the scenes, because they don't want me to go to court, bro. The mayor don't want me to go. The judges don't want me to go. The lawyers, prosecutors, the county clerks. It was like I showed up to court, and I was even shocked to be there. Like, hey, I heard I was supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times I'm supposed to go to court, people? I should at least spend about $500 billion already. I should have at least spent 500 fucking 50 500 500 billion $500 billion by now. I should have spent that much on building all the ideas and corporations and all these things that I had planned to change this world. I should, in other words, I should have had my money already a long time ago. Not 13 years. I should have had 13 years ago. I should have had it, but I should have had it already. At least by November. No, the latest I should have got it was November, bro. I should have got it in April, May, June, July. They keep fucking postponing it every fucking month, bro. And you know what's sad? The CIA don't do nothing. The Secret Service don't do nothing. The Homeland don't do nothing. The FBI don't do nothing. My PD here don't do nothing. The judges here don't do nothing. Because they peanut butter and jealous. They're jealous, bro, because they all been on it, dog. They all know I was a king. They all know they were all living off me, dog. They all know they had part of fucking hating on me. They all know that they had part of slowing me down somehow. They all know they went to the churches. Did you hear about this guy over here saying he owns everything? And then they find out I do, and now they're like scared to go to church now because they know what they said. Dog, do you know how many people fucking spit at my face or on my name? Golly, bro. So my vision, my dream state went to another dream right away. And I was in a restaurant. It looked like I was like in a steakhouse. It looked like a Texas Roadhouse or Storloin Steakhouse, Longhorn Steakhouse or whatever. But when I walked out, it was right there on SPID. I saw the freeway right in front of me. So when I was in the fucking in the restaurant, there was this card reader. He was a big white guy, right? And I had a stack of cash on me. I had like maybe 5 grand, 10 grand in my pocket. And I pulled out a stack of 20s and I gave him a $20 bill. And I said, here, I want you to read. I want you to answer just 3 questions for me. And he's shuffling his cards and he put one card down and he froze, bro. And he looked like he saw a ghost. Like he was witnessing God standing in front of him, bro. Like, or Jesus himself, or an angel, or a ghost. Like he just had that look on him, like a speed. He couldn't talk, bro. He didn't know whether to cry, celebrate, but he was just shocked, numb, just like not numb, but like he would blink and he would stare at me in my soul, bro. And I was staring in back in my soul too. And then I started talking to him, you know, through my spirit, you know, in my head. I said, I could tell you could, you know, you could hear, you could read what I'm about to tell you. I don't gotta speak it. I could just say it in my head. And I said, everything you're seeing on that card is true. And he looks at me in my eye and he was like, I know. And I said, it's crazy, right? He was like, you should be dead. He told me that in his spirit, in his head. And I said, I know. He said, no, you should be dead, bro. Like, so many fucking goddamn times, bro. I can't believe I'm witnessing a person like you. I've never read anybody's cards like this. Not even close. Not even fucking close. And he was like, I know. Like, and I told him, I said, you know what? you see it in the cards, but you don't feel what I went through. And he says, I know. He said, and you don't even look like you went through none of this. And I felt healthy, like at that time when I saw him. Like I felt healthy, like I felt normal, like the way I do now. And and he says, you don't even look like you went through any of this, not even one part of this. He says, I never met a man so strong like this. I've never met a man this strong in my life. Where do you get your strength from? And I told him in my head, I said, not even I know. I guess being born in hell and the fire, you kind of just become iron after a while. Gold, you become refined. You become unstoppable. And he just looked at me like, and I said, okay. And then I started speaking to him. I said, look, I got 3 questions for you. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I told him, my first question, I want to know when am I going to be president? You know, like 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years. You know, when am I going to be president? And am I going to be? And he started shuffling cards. Okay, let me look, let me shuffle, and let me look through the cards, right? And he pulled a card out. No, right before he pulled that card out, I told him the second question is, what's the next best thing, the next best, biggest and best thing I'm going to do in my life and for the world? And he was like, okay, let me pull out another card for that. And as soon as I said that, I was about to say, and the third thing, as soon as I was about to say the third thing, an old friend, an old neighborhood guy I used to know in the next block over, his name that I grew up with as a kid, his name was Joe Magiran. Some of y'all may ring a bell if you're from my community, listen to this. And he's my age, a Weddle too, bald head dude, skinnier. And he was a skateboarder and all that shit. I remember he stole my bike and I pushed him off, and I like right in front of my house he stole my bike. And I'm running after him and he's taking off on my bike, and I just fucking pushed him. I caught up to him quick. I pushed him, he flew off my bike, he did like a fucking roly-poly roll on the street and shit. And he started crying. He was all chipped up, banged up, his elbows and knees and shit. And I got my bike back, and I don't know if I hit him or something, but I know I fucked him up when I pushed him off the bike. And he never fucked me after that. He was like, fuck, King, you know. I thought I was gonna come up on him, but nah. King fucked me up. But he never fucked with me after that. Never fucked with me. I mean, not like that. Not like that. Not to that extent. And yeah, I bitched him the fuck out. Told him, get the fuck out of my neighborhood, bitch. You belong on Blundell Hole. This is Archer Hole. You don't do shit like that over here in Archer. The fuck is wrong with you? And it's just the next block over. Yeah, so a lot of people hated that dude growing up. All the people on my street did. Nobody liked him. But do I feel like that with him now? Nah, I'm older. Like I already, this is my second dream of him, or maybe third or fourth. But the last dream I had of him, he wasn't attacking me. He was minding his own business. This time, this dream, I just woke up. Like I said, I only slept 10 minutes, and I got all these goddamn downloads, bro. Yeah, a shitload of downloads. And then I'm in the restaurant, and right before I told the card reader the third question I wanted to know, Joe and his homeboy walk up on me, and he hands me 2 car keys, 2 sets of car keys, and they were keyless, you know. It had the fucking buttons on it, so it was a newer car. It must, like a newer car, it must have been like a 2020 and up. And he gives me 2 sets. So I have one, or my chick has one, you know, whatever. If I lose a set, I got another set. Or I keep one with me, one in the house, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, And when he gave it to me, I already knew what was up, because in the spirit, when I was in the restaurant, I knew I had to stay there, because it wasn't like in the spirit. I wasn't ready to leave. Something was telling me to stay. The spirit wasn't allowing me to. I wasn't ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? The spirit was keeping me there. And thank God I stayed there, because Joe ended up showing up. That and his homeboy, well, I don't know who his homeboy was. He kind of looked familiar. And I told him, I said, this is for my whip or what? And he was like, yeah. He didn't say like yeah, dog, you just got a new whip, dog. This is your new car, fool. Check it out. These are your car keys. He didn't tell me nothing like that. He just kept it like everything was hush hush on the low, real low key shit. And he passed me the keys, and I said, it's for my whip or what? He was like, yeah. I said, all right. And I told the card reader, the fat guy, I said, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go outside, because I wanted to see where my car was parked. I wanted to see what kind of car it was. So when I come back, finish the cards, and hear the questions, the answers of what to my questions were, I could go back outside and know where to go and take off. Because I got a car now. And when I walk out, I see cops on the right side of the restaurant. Somebody called the cops because somebody fucked up at the restaurant. And I saw a girl approaching the cops, all big shit. And the cops were like, you know how hood rats act, you know what I'm saying, when they get in trouble and shit, or busted doing something. And I see Joe on the side going towards the left side of the parking lot with his homeboy, and I was like, fuck, there's a bunch of people, a bunch of crowd, dog. I had to maneuver all the way around cars and people and shit. Finally, I walk up on him, and he's driving a brand new Honda hatchback, a sports car. And he's putting on the seatbelt, him and his homeboy. And the windows are rolled up, and he's taking off already. And I popped, I banged on the window like, hey, dog, hold up, slow down, dog, slow the fuck down. And he sees me, he said, oh, okay, it's you. I thought it was somebody else. I was like, no, hold up. Don't just take off, bro. What the fuck? He gave me keys. Where's my car? I told him, where's the car? I said, and what kind of car is it? And I couldn't hear him. Right? Once again, in my dreams, sometimes I can't hear. I just read the lips. And he says, I read his lips, right? And he goes, and I was all, Nissan Rogue? And then he takes a second, and he goes like, and I was like, Rogue? And once again, I'm not greedy, I'm not ungrateful or nothing, but I was like, oh, fucking Rogue, Nissan Rogue. That's something my fucking fake mom used to drive off my money and shit. Let me find out it's that same fucking Rogue she bought. You know what I'm saying? That y'all just handed it to another fucking Freemason cult fucking member of yours, and you just want to give me a fucking Rogue because y'all don't want the goddamn Rogue. You know what I'm saying? And I say, you know what, fuck it, it's wheels, it is what it is. At least it's not a fucking 1967 fucking Honda hatchback, you know what I'm saying? It's new still, it's a newer one. So, and I told myself when I woke up, I said, fuck, but I don't know if it was a Nissan Rogue or he said Rolls Royce. And it's a mystery. It's like God didn't want me to know what my car was going to be, my first car. And I don't know if he said Rolls Royce or Rogue. And when I looked at the keys, you could tell if it says Chevy on it or Dodge or nothing like that. I couldn't see what the brand of the car was. I didn't stare at the keys. I couldn't. I don't know why I didn't do it, and I'm there pushing the button, looking around the car lots to see, to hear the horn or see the flashlights or hear doors unlock if I'm close to it or right next to my car or truck or SUV. And then I woke up. So I don't know why Joe Maguinan was giving me the keys to my own car. You know what I'm saying? He walked up on me and gave me keys to my car. So, and then I know if I receive a car, everything is gonna be clean. The title, you know, insurance, full coverage, all that shit's gonna be on. Cause I pay my goddamn bills. I pay all my goddamn bills, bro. I will never be without water, food, fucking light, and all that. So everybody that thinks they could sue me, they ain't gonna win, dude. You're gonna go to prison for trying to sue me, because I'm gonna investigate you, and they're gonna find out that you're living off me, and then you're gonna go to prison. You just stupidly expose your fucking gay ass. Well, you know how many gay asses out there do that? Every fucking gay ass member out there living off me. They stupid. They expose themselves. That's why I tell the city, all the righteous ones, bro, go after the ones that are coming after me. Don't come after me. You're just wasting your goddamn time. They don't have no proof on me, dog. It's all false documents, false reports. You're wasting your goddamn time, your energy investigating. What? You just want to see what I'm going to do, the next miracle, or how I'm doing things so you could copycat? Dude, get a life, bro. You're never going to learn how to be like me. You may learn to be like, have good character like me. Yeah, that's what I want you to learn. I want people to have that. Worldwide to have good character. But you're never going to learn how to master what I do, bro. Never. Even if I gave you the fucking recipe and blueprints and the treasure map to learn this one and this one, you'll never figure it out, bro. It's too hard to balance. It's too much for a brain. For a normal fucking human brain, bro. It's too much. You'll die of a heart attack just going through one fucking mission of mine. Or an aneurysm. Or a stroke. I'm just telling you, dog. I'm telling you, you do not want to be me, bro, because you will not live through it. You will not live through it. God will say, oh, you want to be like him. You think you could be like him? Let me send all the demons still alive. That just even the demons that are still alive will still take your ass out. The ones that I took out back then were were Satan's fucking first string demons, bro. They were the first string, dog. Which means there were his top tier best ones that I already took out. The last remaining are Trump, JD Vance, Pete, Palm Bandit, Cash. Those are fucking walks in the park, dog. Walks in the fucking park, dog. Greg Abbott, Ted Cruz, the mayor, fucking a few crooked cops, judges. No, fuck out of my way, dog. Y'all ain't nobody. Fucking Putin, for real. Fool ain't even a fucking. I could do that in my sleep. So, but it's sad. It's just sad that I got people in my community, dog. They don't call me. I don't got nobody that has balls in this world to call me like a normal fucking person. No, they rather just fucking ring my doorbell. Let's see if we could get him scared. And then let's see if he acts out. Let's see. Why do you want to see what you'll never fucking see? Why do you want to see what you shouldn't even want to see? Why don't you just have balls and integrity and respect and honor already and say, you know what? We need to go bless our majesty right now. We need to honor our king, bro. We got all this shit to bless him with. It's time we bless him, bro. Look what he's done for us, bro. Look at all these things that we found out. We need to make it right, bro. We need to make it right. Let's call him, not just show up. If we show up, though, I wouldn't want that done. I'd rather call him. What if he's taking a shit, a shower, he's shaving? And what if he's in the middle of fucking cooking? You know what I'm saying? You know, this is a blessing. We should call him. But if it's an emergency, bro, then that's different. You come knocking on my door right away. If it's an emergency, like my kid, you know, I need to go pick up my kid, you know, because my kid's going to be homeless if I don't, or something like that. That's an emergency. Yes, you come over here right there. You don't even need to call me or text me, or you can too on the way. But like, I already know I inherited 50 homes. God already told me, bro. God already showed me. that you go to court right now, and any higher up right now goes to Corpus Christi fucking the courthouse and goes straight to where they hold assets and they keep track of all the fucking homes here in the city. Look up my name and it's gonna say yes, he inherited 50 homes. Well, how come King ain't showing up to court? How come? Oh, well, we send a letter to his house, knowing that he never gets his mail, knowing that he doesn't have a car, knowing that he should have his inheritance, but y'all don't give him his inheritance. So y'all repeating the same shit again. The same shit. Then you're out there telling the whole world that he's dead. But yet he inherited 50 homes. Then you're allowing these people to live there longer so they could find a way to escape the fucking city, escape the fucking Texas or the country, or plan to move into another fucking house they can rent out, or a fucking homeless shelter or the street. I don't give a fuck about where the fuck they live. But you're letting all these roaches get all this time when you didn't give King any time to do anything. You just wanted him wiped off the face of the earth so you don't have to go through this and you can live off his money too, huh? Yeah? Man, get out of here, county clerk. You're a piece of shit. Dog, you're a piece of shit. And then the lady that was talking to me about my 50 homes, she had more respect for the fucking dykes and the girl next to me, dog. When she sat there and started talking about my inheritance, my 50 homes, she looked like I was yanking teeth out of her, bro. Like I was asking her for an arm and a leg. And I'm her goddamn king, bro. Do you know what the fuck I've been through? I'm so fed up with my courthouse, dog. You know what I'm gonna do to the courthouse? I'm gonna flip that bitch upside down like Jesus did to the tables of the Romans, dog. I'm doing that right now. I'm doing it right now, bro. I'm flipping the whole courthouse upside down. Watch. Watch. I'm attacking y'all left and right, top and bottom, bro. The whole courthouse. Hiding my paperwork, documents, fraud ass fucking county clerks trying to fix their wrongs and shit. And then when they gotta fucking face me face to face, they're gonna say, oh, how come you showed up late? You know, can we do this tomorrow? Can we do this next week? Because I got vacation with my kids with your money. And not only that, but the people that are living, they'll give them enough time to escape. And you don't know their faces, and you won't really know who's been living in your homes, and maybe they could damage a couple things on the way out. The fuck out of here, dog. You're a roach, chick. You're a roach. You shouldn't even be working as a county clerk. All the county clerks are like that there. All of them. Even this homeboy that I grew up, I used to breed pit bulls with. That nigga balling off my money. Stole my money inheritance, dog. He used to be cool with my cousin Chema, or fake ass cousin. They always said he was my blood cousin. Turns out I've been human trapped my whole life. He ain't even my blood cousin. But Chema Rodriguez, dog, he used to be cool with Chema Rodriguez, and he's a county clerk house. And he probably still works there at the fucking just system. And he's a friend of mine on Facebook. And he don't even text me and tell me nothing. But he'll take my money to fucking buy a pit bull. He'll talk about all this shit about my people. Pups are badass, bro. Yeah, King, he knows I'm a good ass dude, a stand up dude, bro. He knows I'm royalty, dog. Even his wife would say, just give him that fucking dog. Why are you charging him? You're stupid. You just give him the fucking dog already. You know he's gonna pay in payments. You know what I'm saying? Look how the fucking world treats him. You know what I'm saying? You know he's good for it, and you don't want to hook him up with payments, but you hook everybody else up. But you want to give him fucking, you just... Even his wife was pissed off at him, bro. His wife was even telling him, the king's here. You know, when I'll knock on the door, she'll say, the king's here. And that's when I didn't even know I was royalty yet. I didn't even know I was the heir to the throne. I didn't even know nothing. I didn't even know I was a goddamn king. And out here behind their door, she'll look through I'll knock on the door and I can hear her footsteps looking through the fucking the little peephole. And I heard him in the kitchen. Who is it? And his wife says, It's the king, bro. He's here. He wants the dog. I told you, just give him the fucking dog already. He's a good fucking guy. He's gonna treat the dog right. You don't got no customers better than him. He's gonna be the best fucking dog owner in the fucking world. He treats these dogs good. And you know what? I do, bro. But you know who doesn't? My family. Every time I leave the fucking house, they'll feed him chicken bones and uh fucking buckshots, gunpowder to piss them off, fucking fuck their head up and shit. So they could be easier to control witchcraft and make them mean and shit and turn against me and anybody else. Attack my kids, attack me, them. They're stupid, bro. They're fucking stupid. And even him too. I had a dream. He bought land, like acres, bro, and he had Cadillacs. All the cars that I think I own too. I think I own these cars, bro. I want to say I do, and he's driving these cars and parking these cars. Some of them, they still need work. Like some of them needs maybe a hood. Some of them may need rims. But they're fucking brand new paint job. The body's crystal clear. No rust. The fucking power lock, power windows working. It's just some of these cars are antique cars, bro, and they're just missing like maybe a fifth wheel on the back, or maybe it just needs air in this tire. And they're all over his property that he has. God showed me he bought property off my fucking money, bro. And I remember when he picked me up from the mental hospital one time, I told God bless him with 15 grand. I know goddamn well that fucking house that he bought, all those cars ain't worth 15 grand. So I know he got my fucking ID and money and inheritance and bullshit like that. And been living off me and shit and balling off me. Behind closed doors, he's been keeping it real low key, dog. Real low key, just like everybody else in the city. They don't talk about it. It's all organized crime. This shit's so organized. It'll make your mama fucking dead in the fucking coffin, roll around and throw up. That's how organized this shit is. But I know how they are. I know how they operate. I know they got group chats. I know they got secret fucking apps on their phone. The CIA texts them, look, we just found out that this is the mission, the next mission we're going to do to him. This is the next mission we're going to do here. If it works, great. If it don't, we'll move on to the plan B, plan C, plan. You know what I'm saying? Even the goddamn CIA are in on it. All of them, I don't know. But I look at the woman that's the director of the CIA, and I give her, angel eyes, bro. Like, I love you. I'll take care of you. Just do right by me. And she looks at me back, and she's giving me like numbness, bro. She gives me looks like I'm just gonna do me, okay? Like I'm just doing me. Like that kind of look. I'm like, oh, okay, you want to be like that? All right. Back then, she would really fucking cut me off. She would give me that look like, I don't trust you for shit. Now she's like, I'm still gonna do me though. Like I could tell she's coming around. She's loosening up. She's not a rusted old fucking bolt. I sprayed some WD-40 on her. I took her off that matrix. I'm unscrewing her away from the matrix, and she's realizing, wow, I'm not stuck in this shit no more. Thanks, Richard, but she's still not completely on my side. I know she ain't. I don't feel it in my heart yet. And it's sad, bro. It's fucking sad. I'm being human trafficked and I'm your goddamn king, bro, saving y'all. And they can't even fucking give me fucking, a fucking cop can't even come to call me first and say, I'm gonna pull up with some court papers. It's not a warrant. We're gonna be cool. We could even chop it up a little if you want to, talk about some things if you want to, king, and we'll answer all your questions. If you have any questions, we'll answer them. We just want to honor you by dropping you off these papers so you can get the fuck out that goddamn demonic house you're in. Full of fucking roaches, bro, leeches, fucking energy vampires, just trying to come up with a fucking plan to make you look fucking homeless, busted, disgusted, sick, ill, trash, a fucking criminal. They're trying their hardest to do it, bro. And we see it every day in the fucking police department. To the point where we don't even fucking answer the phone no more. Or we don't even let them in the office no more. We just tell them, here's a card. Call this 1-800 number like they used to do you. And then when you call, it's fucking some other fucking company from from fucking Syria that does fraud. Really? Wow. This is so fucking crazy, bro. It's so fucking crazy. So, I had one more download in this dream. I saw the restaurant, I saw the courthouse, and then something else. Something else. Hold on. One more thing. I'm getting there. I'm getting closer. Hold on. I guess I'll change the subject until I remember. But another thing on this video I wanted to say is I got 4 minutes left, so I'm gonna try to fit this in. I know Lorraine, if you're listening to this, which I know you will be, I saw a download on you. You saw me on YouTube, right? I'm guessing my last video when you heard what I was saying, and you just had that look like you're excited. It's him. And then I looked on my phone in my dream, and I saw you do something back. I guess I saw you through your camera, and I was happy to see it, but I was upset because I saw it on YouTube. I don't know if you downloaded it or some I don't know. But I was like, nah, she wouldn't do none of that. But I think it was the Lord showing me like your reaction, what you're doing behind the scenes. And I was like, oh, okay. I like that. I like that reaction. But yeah, I still got eyes on you from over here. I still see you, every time to time. Every now and then, I still see what I need to see. You know what I'm saying? What I must see, what I must know. The Lord shows me. You know what I'm saying? And anyways, I got 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna finish this video with just you and I. Reach out to me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Or come to my house. You're more than welcome to come to my house. You don't even gotta show up with what's his name. You could just show up by yourself. Ring the doorbell, knock on the back door. You're more than welcome to show up. Or text me, call me. Text me on my phone, or reach out to me if you want on my phone number. Reach out to me on YouTube, or YouTube. It's hard to, because they hacked my YouTube. And I'm gonna prove that today too on Facebook. But you can reach out to me on Facebook. And when I put this video, I'm gonna write my number on the description. So when you see this video, look up the descriptions, and I'll put my number, not my address, but I'll put my phone number so you can shoot me a text. And hopefully I hear from you from this day on. And as soon as you get it, you reach out. And so I get to know you, you know what I'm saying? Because things are starting to pick up now, and that's what I was waiting for. I need I need resources. I need shit like that. Everything that the devil stole from me, so we could do things. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, much love. I think if the video's gonna end in like maybe another minute, because I gotta delete some. I forgot to delete some data on my phone to make more room. So this video is only going to be 50 minutes long. But I'll drop another video later today, if not tomorrow. And yeah, look at the description. My number will be on it, alright? And what else? What else? Yeah, man, just know, I mean, I got options, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I kind of like want you to reach out, because if I don't hear from you, and I'm gonna move on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just gonna. I'm a fast mover, you know what I'm saying? I'm not stuck. I got too much to do in my life, and I'm not gonna. You know, I worked hard to get you for 13 years, and I think it's time you do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's time you show me what you're about. So if you're listening to this, you know, my door's open to you. You know what I'm saying? Just you got to do your part. All right, much love. All right.